That's a new one from Dan and Shay, and I should probably go to bed at Kicks Country 92.9, number one for New Country. I don't recommend that quite yet, though, because I don't want you to miss out on the Ask the Lawyer segment, a popular Wednesday morning feature with Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. We're going to go to Bruce here in just a second to see if maybe today's the day you get your question answered. And if you'd like to submit a question for future consideration, I'm going to tell you how to do that coming up in just a moment as well. But first, would you please help me welcome Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning, Todd. How are you doing this morning?
Just fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for asking.
Good. Glad to hear. How's everybody in the family and in the practice?
Well, everybody's doing well, but because this pandemic's come back and is really affecting everyone, we're going back to being more remote again.
I got you.
To avoid contact with the virus.
It's a shame, but the fall uptick was predicted and still something we need to be very vigilant of.
Absolutely. My PJ's best friend got the virus.
Oh, no.
And then his wife got the virus.
Oh, wow.
He went home to stay away from his kids, and his mom got the virus, so it's really out there.
Yeah, I guess so. Getting closer to that vaccine that they keep talking about, and that's encouraging, but obviously we're not there yet.
I can't wait for the vaccine.
Yeah. Well, let's dive into a question that we've received here and see if you can't shed a little light on the law instead of medicine for just a moment here. Is that okay?
That'd be great.
All right, Bruce. This is what it says. My friend's brother was driving on a 2-lane road on a foggy night when a vehicle crossed over into his lane, causing a head-on crash. My friend's brother spent a week in the hospital and will require follow-up surgery and therapy. When my friend contacted the at-fault driver's insurance company for his brother, the insurance company claimed my friend's brother was at fault. Is there anything a lawyer can do? This is when the finger pointing starts, and I would suggest there's nothing a layperson can do, but a lawyer can help. Right, Bruce?
Absolutely. This is the case where you need to contact a competent personal injury lawyer immediately because you got to get out to the scene, take photos. There's a lot of information on the scene. The issue is the other side is saying, no, we didn't cross the center line.
Right.
Your client crossed the center line. So you got to get out there, get the physical evidence. There's tire marks on the road. There's elements from the crash to see where they fell. There's a lot of things that will help prove, who is responsible for the accident.
Right.
The first thing I would do if I got that call was to get my investigator out there and then bring in a accident reconstruction expert who is an engineer that works, takes all that information, he gets the photos, the pieces of the car, and reads the scene so you could physically prove who crossed the center line.
I see. It's I was going to say, it's pretty amazing what they can do. Those accident reconstructionists can really drill down to some detail about what actually happened.
Right. We've had several cases like that before. And, the insurance companies never say, well, yeah, our client was at fault.
Right.
So you've got to be there with the proof.
Right.
And that's the key to a case like that.
Right. And I know you've got investigators that you go to all the time and so forth. That's what I said about firepower a little bit ago is your team definitely has that firepower. What about the fog? We were trying to kick around this question idea this morning, and we said maybe the fog has something to do with it as far as mitigating the insurance company's liability?
No, the fog is just the extra factor that makes it harder to see.
I see.
When you're going down a one-lane road. I mean, a 2-lane road, 1 lane in each direction.
Right. Okay. We didn't we just wondered if that might give the insurance company a little bit of wiggle room, so to speak, and they can blame an act of God, if you will, or fog instead of one of the drivers. Well, Bruce?
No, it's kind of similar to those cases where they say that they couldn't see you because the sun was in their eyes.
Yes.
If you can't see, you can't, outride your vision.
Right.
You have to slow down or pull off the road. You can't just, go crazy and strike whatever's in your way.
That's right. Now that you put it in that framework, we understand it a lot better. Well, thank you so much for doing that, and I'm hoping that this gentleman's brother is going to recover and find the necessary funds to do it. That's always the trick question. Bruce, thanks again for weighing in on one of these sticky situations.
Well, it's certainly my pleasure, Todd, and I look forward to speaking with you next Wednesday.
Absolutely, sir. Take care and say hi to the family for me.
Okay, thanks a lot, Todd.
Okay, bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up again for Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Now, if you'd like to submit a question, simply go to our website, kickscountry929.com, and put in the keyword Bruce, B-R-U-C-E, to get a question answered for you. And if you're in a legal situation that requires more immediate assistance, don't hesitate. Don't sit there and think about it. Just do this. Call the Port Charlotte office of Bruce L. Scheiner and Associates, because they are ready, willing, and wanting to help. Number's 941-743-7777. 941-743-7777. Tell them that Todd sent you from Kicks Country 92.9.